This fight is brought to you by Humperdinks. Join us directly after the fights for the official XKO after party.
You know, I remember talking with Chase Johnson on his first victory. We took a picture in the cage, saw it on Instagram, and as he was preparing for this fight, he said, I cannot wait to be interviewed and get the win with this guy. And I thought, man, a shout out for Chase the Ace. That feels so awesome.
Well, like so many of these fighters, I don't know a lot of these fighters personally, but just weeks ago, Chase had a toy drive at the McDonald's in Athens, Texas.
Okay.
For people to give toys and make donations to needy families across the area.
Right.
And it's that kind of thing people don't see about these MMA fighters.
Right.
They're good dudes. They're good women. They don't hate each other. This isn't these self-proclaimed cockfights of the early 90s. These are good, educated men and women that are just have this forum to exercise their abilities to perform MMA.
You know, I've met a lot of fighters through the years of doing MMA and doing these fights, and Chase Johnson is one of those character fighters who it just not only just enjoys family and life, he enjoys what he does.
Always got a smile on his face.
Always, and he is, you know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says, be the hardest worker in the room. And I believe that is synonymous with Chase Johnson.
I've told him on more than one occasion, if I could get my meanness into his athletically gifted young body, the sky would be the limit.
Right. You know, we have Chase Johnson coming out here, and he's coming off a victory, I believe. And so that's got to be motivation for you, for your team, for your camp.
Absolutely. I mean, he made his pro debut and lost it.
Right.
That was Sosa that got the best of him at 160. And then he come back and won. And I've told him before, Chase, if you build yourself 3, 4, 5 wins in a row, your phone may ring. And that's what every one of these fighters would like. To put on a good show and have the phone ring from you know who. I'm not going to say their name because right now I'm repping the XKO. One time, but that phone rings, them people with them crazy pockets.
Right.
You know, these fighters, their lives can change.
Oh, and you know, the beautiful thing about what you're saying is that he's got a good heart. He's ready to go. He's got a great fan base on him. And Chase is a fighter, fans. Maybe this is just my perspective. If you want to pull for a great character guy, this is the guy you want to go for.
Yeah. I call him a kid because I've known him a long time. He's a grown man. He's a kid to me, and I'd always say he's a good kid. He really is.
Athletic. Does he not remind you of Rashad Jackson?
You know who I always tell him he reminds me of? Melvin Gillard.
Oh, yeah.
Used to dye his hair blonde.
Yeah, real thick guy.
Athletically, that's who he reminds me of. Now, he never had a lot of success, but they said he was a head case. He had personal issues. If you're out there, I ain't scared of you either, Melvin. I'm 6'4", 260. I ain't scared of you at all.
You hear that? You hear that?
I got a beard.
You should fear the beard. And now his opponent coming down here, Delis Borges, also known as Viva Cuba.
Listen, with a nickname like that representing the whole country.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest will have 3 3-minute rounds. It's in the 155-pound weight division. Your referee in charge of this contest is Borges Stillwagner, sponsored by Humperdinks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the fighters fighting on the blue corner. He's trained in freestyle fighting. He holds a professional fight record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 5'7" and weighed in at 155 1/4 pounds. Representing Ethos Jiu-Jitsu and MMA and Canton Jiu-Jitsu Academy, from Athens, Texas, Chase the Ace Johnson!
Had to get that love from the announcer.
He required some dab.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent fighting in the red corner, he's trained in mixed martial arts and holds a pro fight record of 3 wins and 3 losses. He stands 5'7" and weighed in at 157 pounds. Representing George Pulaski and Moeller MMA, from Dallas, Texas, Delis, Viva Cuba, Borges!
Now, I guarantee you, if he's Cuban, they have grown up boxing. He's going to have good hands. They force them Cuban young men into those boxing arenas, and they usually let them hands go, Antonio.
Well, I'll tell you right now, look at the stare down.
Yeah, they're not fond of one another. I expect Chase to try to get this to the ground and work a submission, and I expect Borges, or Viva Cuba, as you've called him here, I expect him to try to get a knockout.
And here we go. Borges in the red and white and gray trunks. Johnson in the blue. Round 1, 3 minutes, 3 rounds.
I think the ref just asked me as well if I was ready. I gave him the nod.
Well, you know what? Hey, I'm glad that you're ready because you're in Chase's corner here.
Yeah, we took different fighters in this, folks. That's right. We'll see who's right. I really want to see a great fight, period. And we wish all the fighters health. We never want to see anybody get hurt.
Oh, definitely that. That's part of the game, and we want to make sure that, here's the thing. This is a contact sport dawning from the Greek and Roman days.
Is it ever?
And I'll tell you right now, I'm really excited to see these guys are sizing each other up right now. They're not going in there guns blazing, making poor decisions. Then they're trying to size each other up, give some distance, feel each other out. And that's really how you set your game up. That's what you train for.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no mixing words about it. And I'm also glad this cage is strong because he just hit it.
Yep.
And if it wouldn't, he'd have been in our lap.
I'm going to tell you right now, Viva Cuba has some quick combinations there. Didn't really connect too much, but if he does, it's coming. Chase is ready. Chase's eyes wide open. Blocked a high kick by Cuba.
Yeah, this is a bit of the immovable force and the irresistible object because Cuba is fast with his hands. Chase is real fast with his movements. So we'll see who wins out.
I know it's early in the fight, but neither one wants to take it to the ground right now. They want to keep it standing up. Chase got a little dazed right now. He's getting tracked down. Viva Cuba, they're clinching up.
Chase did get tagged with a very good punch there.
Trying
not to wind up on his back.
Yep. Chase is using the cage in a smart way, but he's got that leg coming up. Viva Cuba brings him down a little bit. Chase is not down on the ground yet.
No, he's going to have to pull those legs out and give up that little right underhook he's got over there under his arm. You got to really get down below that waist, right around the rear end to elevate your opponent and get his legs out from under him.
Chase definitely recovering right now from a 2-hit combo there, and Viva Cuba was right on him.
He was.
Didn't give him any time to recover. Oh, and there it goes to the ground.
He's trying to trap Chase's right arm as well.
Right now, Chase is just doing a body lock there on that leg there.
Trying to minimize damage.
Yeah, you got to do
until he gets his head back.
Sometimes you see guys who, not like Chase, but guys who don't have really much of a ground game, and they just kind of let those legs get loose like noodles, and then you got a guy climbing up a pipe.
Right.
And then, you're in a bad situation right now. Chase fighting him off.
He really elevated him good with those butterfly.
Chase be good to use the cage to get up right now.
Absolutely. Got his back in that corner and just kind of wall-walked it.
Trying to reverse on Delis Borges right here, but Viva Cuba, that was a quick first round.
It seemed fast, didn't it?
He's hanging on to the leg. I don't know why he doesn't break from the leg. But Viva Cuba just hammering away.
Yeah, that was all Viva Cuba.
Chase not pleased with that first round.
Absolutely not.
Viva Cuba,
he won that round.
He won that round clearly.
And we talked about him being 36 years old. A lot of times that comes with experience and know-how that the 20-year-olds don't have. And you can have a losing record, but you can have a wealth of knowledge to draw on.
Right.
And it appears that's what Viva Cuba's doing.
And my hats off to Viva Cuba. He came in here, he's executed his plan. Chase Johnson now needs to think about what happened in round 1, how to prevent those strikes from coming in, dazing him. And he was doing just fine with the footwork. Chase was doing just fine with the footwork.
Yeah.
He stayed still too long.
He just got tagged.
Yeah, he got tagged. He stayed still too long. I don't even think if him moving around would have prevented that.
You're in that cage locked up. If somebody's got your number, you're going to sleep. Well, they're definitely going to put a damper on your evening. I would suggest to Chase that he try to get a takedown and get some ground and pound from on top.
Yep.
Even up this, maybe get 1-1. See if he's ready in the deep water in the third round at 36 years of age.
And one thing about Chase, he is quick. He's a great wrestler, and he's a great counterpuncher. So now it's just a matter of finding his rhythm, finding his pace right now.
He is, but some of his athleticism I've noticed he keeps his hands low because he is so quick, and he doesn't always get out of the way of punches. He thinks he should.
Delis just unleashing a body kick there. Johnson not phased.
Just kind of moving in and out, jockeying here, trying to set up the distance, each one trying to figure out what they're going to do.
I'm going to tell you right now, you just see Viva Cuba looking for a shoot in there. He's just waiting for that time, waiting for that opportunity there. But he's just great head movement. I'll tell you right now, Viva Cuba, great head movement. He's not staying in one spot. He's coming around, looking to get that left hook. And there was that uppercut. And he's still, there he is, stalking him there.
Chase trying to get on his bicycle and stay away.
Yep.
But at some point, he's going to have to load up one of them right or left hands and try to show Cuba, hey, you keep charging in like that, I'll put you to sleep. I mean, Cuba's walking right at him. Helen Keller could have seen this coming. He's walking right at him.
You know, and Chase is just, he's taking a couple shots and he's backing off. He's taking a couple shots. Instead of doing that, maybe he needs to go ahead and sidestep and then come over with an overhand.
He could create some better angles, maybe change levels. He's kind of moving around to the left and never changing much.
And now Delis is going ahead. He caught him and backed off. Now Viva Cuba, he had the overhand right. He struck and then circled back out. Now he's been chasing Chase Johnson throughout the whole fight. Now, why do you think he decided to back out now?
I really don't know, because Chase is yet to really answer him with a really significant strike. So if I was Cuba, nothing would stop me from just continually walking my opponent down.
Oh, wow. Talk about a flexible guy. Go bringing that knee up like that.
They're very sneaky knees over the side like that. You lean down there too far to catch your breath, somebody will put you to sleep with
and
that
there's
knee.
The double leg takedown right now.
Down in front of us.
Right now, Chase needs to use the cage to get up. He needs to bring his legs in.
He does.
He needs to bring his legs in. But Delis is doing a great job. He needs to flatten him out a little bit more and then bring in those uppercuts.
He's pressed right up against the cage here.
We've got 10 seconds into the round. Right now, it's been 2 rounds that has gone in the favor of Viva Cuba.
I would agree. I'd say Cuba's won both rounds.
Right.
And not really much about arguing.
Right.
It's very clearly 2 rounds to none right now. I'm not really sure if this is a part of Chase's strategy, or if Team Johnson over here thinks he may fade here in the late round. But we shall see.
You know, I'll tell you right now, if you're in Viva Cuba's corner right now, 2 thumbs up for his performance so far.
Absolutely.
He's really been the antagonist in this fight.
His coaches could not be happier. He's making his coaches look like geniuses.
Yeah, you're right. And Chase Johnson, he hasn't. But I've seen this with Chase before, where he's done this in the first 2 rounds, where he's kind of giving himself some distance. But in the 3rd round is where he turns on the afterburner.
Yeah, I wouldn't count him out.
Oh no, not at all.
I mean, he's changed a couple of counts. To me, he looks a little heavy, but I'm just not used to seeing him without a 6-pack. He looks a little heavy to me, but one hates to speculate. The truth is, he is going to have to work his butt off because he's 2 rounds behind.
And I've seen Chase bounce back in the 3rd round, wondering to myself, why weren't you doing this in round 1 and 2? So I'm expecting to see Chase give it all for these next 3 minutes.
He has to. I love him like a brother, but if he don't get a knockout or a submission, he's losing this fight tonight.
Yes, sir. And so he has great angles. Oh, wow. Viva Cuba's just coming across the cage with some serious battery there with that right hand. There's that knee again, just reaching it up there.
Yeah, but he's doing the right thing by trying to keep Cuba on the cage. Cuba's just not having it.
Nope, he's going for a double leg takedown, and there it goes.
Cuba just looks stronger than Chase Johnson.
He really does. Right now, Cuba's going to go ahead and walk him in. He's going to take that side mount. Now, right now, if you go for an arm bar, you could go for it if you're Viva Cuba. You've got the position right there.
He's got several options. If he can get his head and arm, he can get a head and arm choke. If he gets his body over to the right side, he could get an Americana, a go-go plata, a key lock. Several things he could go for. Right now, it looks like he's content just to rain down some blows.
You know, and ground and pound is part of the game right now. He's got that elbow right there.
That elbow's nasty. That'll cut you open.
We saw Jeffrey Neal get a nasty cut. He won the fight on his previous fight here tonight against Von Govia. And right now, Chase Johnson right now is in a bad situation. He needs to push off that cage, get out there in the middle where Viva Cuba doesn't really have a leg to stand on, but you know,
Borges has just done a hell of a job tonight.
He's
won every bit of this fight.
This has been his fight. You cannot deny this side mount is just Viva Cuba's gonna end up with the win tonight.
Looks like he's gonna ride it out here on top.
Duly short. He has really presented himself. He had a strong camp, and he really showed it tonight.
Yeah. If you're Chase here, your only hope is to turn your hips and try to get under there with a sweep, explode, get on top, and try to put him out. But it's going to take a lot of energy to get that sweep and explode out from under Borges, who is doing one heck of a job tonight.
And Viva Cuba right now, I mean, at this point, he could just sit back and relax and kind of hammer away if he wanted to. You know, he's in no danger right now of being submitted or anything like that whatsoever. So
the ref is taking a close look, though. I think if they stopped in action like that, he might stand them up.
We still have some time on the clock here. Anything can happen. And I'll tell you right now, Viva Cuba came and he executed the plan.
He did.
He came and did what he wanted to do, and he's looking damn great doing it.
I mean, I'll always be the first one to admit when I was wrong. I never thought the 36-year-old man would beat Chase Johnson, me. But he has beat Chase Johnson all over this cage tonight.
Yep. You know, and the Chase Johnson that I know is in there didn't really show up tonight.
No.
He didn't really show up tonight. And
to
I like
say
to know
that,
why.
You're almost reluctant to say that because it sounds I don't try to say stuff like that because I don't mean to take nothing away from Borges.
Right.
I mean, Borges did his job.
He did.
And he earned a check tonight and he came and did his job. I don't want to take nothing away from him.
I've been waiting for this opportunity to see Viva Cuba bring it in the cage. I've been looking
well, you saw it tonight. He's for real.
This is a highlight reel. This is going to be a human highlight reel.
He's
in
for
the
real.
favor of Viva Cuba. And Chase Johnson needs to go back to camp. He needs to watch tape, find out some things. He needs to be more aggressive. Hell, he's got some gas in the tank.
He does. Did a backflip.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. They scored it 30-25, 30-24, and 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, Delis Borges!
All right, fight fans up in here. Viva Cuba, come on over here, Viva. Let's see that mouthpiece. Put it right there in the camera. All right, Delis, talk to us about the fight. Give us your perspective on this fight here. 3 rounds, unanimous decision.
Good job for Chase showing up. You know, today's my sister's birthday, and a friend of mine passed away about a week ago. So this is all to them. I was willing to go 5-minute rounds. Didn't matter. D-Town, we in this bitch. What's up? XKO, thank you. Appreciate everything, guys. Thanks for coming out.
You know, you definitely pushed the pace of the fight. This fight was yours from the very beginning. Chase Johnson is one hell of a fighter, one hell of a wrestler. But you definitely took the cake coming out of the gate and then followed over that backflip. Where did all that energy come from?
It just comes from my, great genetics from my parents. And all the help to my coaches, Alan Moeller, George Pawlowski, one of my best training partners, Francisco de los Cobos. Thank you to them, I owe it all to them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for the backflip man, Delis!